What's going on, people? What's going on, people? All right, here we go. Let me talk to you about something. All right. Let me seriously talk to you about something because we have a lot going on in the black community. I just want to talk to you for a second. Number one, let's talk about high value. High value is not about money or things. High value is about moral dignity and respect. I covered that before. I'm coming with the basics class because we need to start at the basics. Because in the black community, between black men and black women, yes, we have a whole lot of problems. Okay, how do we solve those problems? Is being a feminine woman going to solve all your problems? Is being a masculine man going to solve all your problems? No. Re-electing Donald Trump is going to solve all your problems. No. Electing Joe Biden and the Indian American Kamala Harris, is that going to solve all your problems? No. Is Kevin Samuels going to solve all your problems? No. Is Nicole Michelle going to solve all your problems? No. Obsidian, no. Only you can solve your problems. Now there's a live stream going on that Nicole Michelle is going off on Kevin Samuels. Why? A woman calling into his channel. You all up in your feelings over Kevin Samuels taking care of business on his channel. So now you reach out to the woman on his channel because you wanted to make her feel better. That woman called into Kevin Samuels' channel. What business is it of yours? Oh, you're a traditional femininity coach. Okay. But what about the women and the men who are non-traditional? What about the woman who was a single mother, has 2 children, working 2 jobs? What does a man do to come in their whole life? Oh, he leaves. Leave what? You see, men don't have to prove anything to women. Prove what? It's a two-way street. I don't care how traditional you are. It's a two-way street. The man, if we're talking traditional, the man buys the house. He presents the heaven for the angel to come in. What does a woman do now? This is 2020, almost 2021. The traditional roles are no longer working. We have 88, 90% divorce. Women initiate most divorces, 83%. What do we do now? The traditional roles are no longer working. Because, see, before you find a traditional role, you have to find traditional people. You see, I agree that there are 95 to 97% no good women. Those are the women we shouldn't be dealing with. Let's talk about the 3 to 5% woman. What does the 3 to 5% woman like? What does the 3 to 5% black woman sister want? The 3 to 5% sister only want a man to pay her bills. The woman is supposed to follow the man's dream. Really? Well, that means the woman needs to get on whose train? The man's train, if we're talking traditionally. Now, what does a traditional woman bring to the table? Let's not talk politics, Senate and super PACs. Anyone that says a black man should have started super PACs during Obama's second presidency, you should never listen to that person with politics again, because that person has absolutely no idea what it is to start a super PAC. You don't know what lobbying is. Just because you know your local government senators, that means nothing. Everybody know that. Let's talk reality. Modern and traditional femininity, fine. But see, here's the thing. All of those states are laying off those women that got those jobs that men used to have because women aren't productive. Most of the women judges are being voted out now. They voted them in and they're being voted out now. A lot of you say education, education, education. You know what comes for education? Student loans. Now, traditional woman, answer a question for me. You're a traditional woman. You have your bachelor's degree. You're $50,000 in debt. You have your master's degree. You're $116,000 in debt. You have your doctorate degree. You're $150,000, $200,000 in debt, but you're a traditional woman. What incentive is that for a man? You're a traditional woman. Okay. You're submissive. Okay. You have $200,000, $100,000 in student loan debt. Okay. So what does a man do? Should a man marry you? You're a traditional woman. You have one, two, or more children, and you have a lot of debt. What incentive is that for a man? What is the return investment on a man to marry you? If a man checks your credit score, just because you make $100,000 a year means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. What are you doing with your money? You're paying off student loans. So let's just say you're a traditional woman. The man's supposed to pay all the bills, right? What do? You already have your children, you're not having more children. So the man is supposed to come into your life, become the head of the household, raise your children, and assume your debt. Ladies, let's answer some real questions. Black men and black women, let's answer some real questions fiscally and responsibly. You see, men like me, college educated, ex-military, standing on his own 2 feet, got his own job, own place, own investments, own car, children in college. What can a woman do for me? You see, there are a lot of women who want traditional values and who are traditional and who just want to stay home and do what? You see, the traditional role is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Be traditional. But what do you bring to the table? You can see a lot of you women want to fit in the roles that you've never been into. And fellas, I'm going to talk about you in a minute. Yes, there are a lot of black men out there who have children out of wedlock, but to have children, it takes two. Ladies, you call men dusty for what? If you're a single mother, you have no right to talk about any man because you're a part of the problem. You are a statistic. If you have so many negatives against you, what can you say negative about someone else? How about you clean the gleam out of your own eye before you look at the gleam in someone else's? How about you make your situation perfect before you talk about someone else's? How about you just mind your own business? How about you tell your own truth? And let's do this. How about we stop telling people what to do? Because what works for your life don't work for my life. We are all trudging our own road. We are all unique individuals. One unique individual cannot tell other unique individuals how to live their life. You can't tell me how to dig a hole on my yard because I may have something else there. What am I saying? People need to mind their own business. Okay, yes. When someone calls into someone else's channel, that's them. I don't care if that woman makes 6 figures a year pet grooming, single mother. She called Kevin Samuels. But then you all hot under the collar. Oh, I'm teaching traditional values. Oh, she too can have a 6 figure guy. Really? Kevin Samuels was telling the truth. I know a lot of 6 figure high value men, two, three, four, $500,000 a year. They're in my family. Ex NBA players in my family, ex NFL players in my family. They don't date women with YouTube channels. You see, a lot of you women would never meet a high quality man, high value man, a man of quality. You want to know why? Because your attitude is stank. Your attitude is horrible. So there are men like me who has their own, who if a woman is gonna come into our life, she's gonna have to come into our life positively. We don't want a woman with certain issues because we don't want to deal with certain stuff. Communication is a must. You see, the reason why there is a femininity channel because a lot of you women weren't raised to be feminine. Men, the reason why there are red pill, black pill, blue pill, MGTOW, SYSBM channels is because a lot of men weren't raised to be men. A lot of men were raised by single mothers. You are a masculine man by birth, but you are feminine by raising. So, Nicole Michelle, a lot of stuff you were wrong about. A lot of stuff you're wrong about. You see, there are a lot of women who look at things from women perspective. There are a lot of women who look at things and they try to judge men, but they can't because you can't judge something that you've never been and you'll never be. I don't care just because you met some African dude and he put a ring on your finger, you got a boob job. What that mean? You fake. You not real. So the fact that that woman called Kevin Samuel's channel and Kevin roasted her, guess what? That's like going to Wendy's and volunteering to get some free food. It tastes horrible. Okay. You volunteer for that. It's like going into the military. It's volunteer. You volunteered for all the shit you going through. So, in a way, Kevin Samuels has done his channel the way he sees fit. And there are women that call him every night. You want to know why? Because they're looking for truth. And their world is so unrealistic. Ladies and gentlemen, where are the real people? You see, there are men. Hello?
What's wrong with you?
Huh?
What happened on Facebook?
Who is this?
No, you didn't. I'm just gonna hang up. If you don't figure out who I am just gonna hang up for real.
Hold on a second.
Bye, bye, D.
Oh, okay. Hey, okay. Well, you can hang up. That's cool.
You didn't know who is this.
Yes, I did.
If you gotta ask me who is this means I'm not in your phone.
Woman, I haven't talked to you. When the last time I even talked to your ass?